You guys almost signed Dalvin Cook. What can you share about that recruiting process with him?
Oh, we didn't almost sign him. He just, dated us for a little while, kicked us to the curb. Really nothing else. Great player, great guy. I've always liked Dalvin. Just we didn't get past first base with him. So, I mean, he came here, liked it, decided he wanted to come, and he changed his mind, and he's where he needs to be. We're the best place for him. That was the best fit for him when it all came down to it. And man, what a player! I have great respect for him as a player. I thought he was a phenomenal talent in high school, and hard to find any better. His diversity that he plays the game with is special. I mean, he's a great competitor too. That's the other thing I like about Dalvin is he don't back down. He's a competitor. I mean, he puts every ounce of everything he's got into how he plays the game. Tough guy. But as far as the recruiting process, we didn't get very far with him.
Talking about running backs a little bit, the second best running back in the league is Wayne Gallman. What has allowed him to really separate from the others on this team? Coming into the year, it was kind of going to be, there was a bunch of different guys, but he has clearly taken that role. What has made him so special?
Well, he's just become a complete player. He's big, strong, physical, he's paid the price in the weight room. Not that the others haven't, but he's just been able to enhance his talents. He's learned how to play the position. It's been a little bit of a process for him as far as learning how to really be a running back. He was a linebacker and a wing back, in high school. So he had to transition, and now he's become a complete player. I mean, this guy is physical, as physical a player as there is. I mean, he is just highly driven to be successful. To gain a yard. I mean, he just absolutely, that's one of the things that, why he fumbled the other night, in that situation. I mean, that's just who he is as far as how he fights for every inch on the football field. But he's just become a very smart player, understands, he works hard in his preparation, his film study, the little things, the fundamentals, the techniques, takes care of the ball. He's just the most complete guy we have. And, it's just played out that way.
You were asked about how tough the loss was last year. Have you ever had a loss where you can definitively look at the tape and say, those 3 plays, those 4 plays?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I can look at some wins, too, a bunch of them. I mean, anytime you have 2 good teams play each other, 2 really good teams that are pretty even, it's usually 3 or 4 plays. Sometimes you have some crazy situation go where a game gets away from you and all that type of stuff. Been a part of those too, but most of the time when it's 2 pretty evenly matched teams, it's just a few plays. It's just a few plays, and I've had some great wins that I've been a part of. That same thing, we made 3 or 4 plays that were the difference. But certainly, I've been a part of many tough losses in my career where you look back and you go, golly. But you can't change that. That's why we try to tell our guys, you got to play every play like it's the play, because you just don't know. That's what Coach Stallings used to always, every game I ever played in or coached in with Coach Stallings, that would be the same message every week. All right, man, 5 or 6 plays going to make the difference in this game, and he'd say, play every play like it's the play, because you don't know when it's coming. And it's, that's the reality of it. Unless you're just, dominant over a team. But when you got close match teams, it's a few plays. I mean, I can count 6 plays from last year, and we're probably in the college football playoff. But you can't go back and do that. You don't get mulligans. Like my golf game, I just put another ball down and hit it again. But you don't get to do that in this game.
Particular after last year's game was that Clemson outplayed Florida State outside of those few plays. Do you hammer that point home this week when you review the game?
No, I mean we've got to focus on this team, you go back and you look at that tape. There's a lot of those guys making that. There's we got a whole different offensive line. It was Deshaun's kind of his first game to really take it over. Leggett didn't play. I think Mike Williams might have had maybe one play. C.J. Davidson was our starting back at the time. Adam Choice. Gallman hadn't really emerged yet. We're a different team. We got to focus on this team. That was last year. That was that game. That one's dead and gone. We got to do what we do to give ourselves a chance to be successful this year.